everything you need to know about Saturday Night Live with John Schneider and James Stevens.
Welcome to everything you need to know about Saturday Night Live. I'm John Schneider from the Saturday Night Network.
And I'm James Stevens, and we're here to take you through 50 years of sketches, characters, and backstage stories that chronicle SNL's place as a television institution.
And now here's everything you need to know about season 14 of Saturday Night Live. With season 13 cut short in February due to the writer's strike, Saturday Night Live had an 8-month hiatus to prepare for an election year. Though Jan Hooks and Nora Dunn did appear as the Sweeney Sisters with a TV-themed medley to open the 40th Emmy Awards in August of 1988.
Rollin', 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 keep those doggies rollin', 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 behind!
Season 14 premiered on October 8, 1988, with host Tom Hanks and musical guest Keith Richards. The premiere would introduce a new opening montage along with a new logo. The season starts out strong with a very memorable first presidential debate.
You still have a minute 20, Mr. Vice President.
Well, let me just sum up. On track, stay the course, 1,000 points of light, stay the course.
Governor Dukakis rebuttal.
I can't believe I'm losing to this guy.
Campaign 88 marks the first of several appearances of child actor Jeff Ronaldo playing VP nominee Dan Quayle, exaggerating his age in a running gag the show would continue to use through 1993.
I'm really proud to be his running mate. He was just great. He was presidential.
The episode also provides the debut of Tom Hanks' Mr. Short-Term Memory.
Miss, you're welcome to sit here and everything, but I think introductions are in order.
Jeff, it's me, Caroline, your date.
Oh, hey, all right. So, what's your name?
Here are your menus. Our special this evening is medallions of veal smothered in a wine and mushroom sauce.
Is there a special tonight?
And we also have an appearance of writer Jim Downey playing a bank representative in the now classic commercial parody for First Citywide Change Bank.
We will work with the customer to give that customer the change that he or she needs. If you come to us with a $20 bill, we can give you 2 10s. We can give you 4 5s. We can give you a 10 and 2 5s. We will work with you. That's what we do.
Matthew Broderick would host the next episode.
You pretend you're nervous and it helps get the audience on your side. Also, it's always good to remind them that it's a live show and that anything can happen. This is a live show and anything can happen.
Though it was initially performed the week prior and cut after dress rehearsal, this episode features the memorable nude beach sketch written by Conan O'Brien and Robert Smigel.
Hey, penis looks great today.
Well, thanks, Jack. Yours too.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Ted, how's your penis?
Not bad.
Following NBC's decision to disband its Office of Broadcast Standards and Practices, it was now permissible to say certain words on the air.
Here was the penis's song.
Many, many times.
Penis, 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 penis long. Penis, 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 penis all day long.
The sketch would lead to some advertisers dropping their support for Saturday Night Live this season. The episode also features a film, Lori Has a Story, co-written by former SNL writer Douglas McGrath and SNL's talent coordinator Liz Welch. The film featured 2 actors that almost were SNL castmates in 1981, Laurie Metcalf and Catherine O'Hara.
So nice of you to invite me. It's too bad Charlotte couldn't make it.
Poor Charlotte, and her grandfather's dead.
Isn't that awful? An escalator.
Well, let's not talk about that. We're having pasta.
John Laroquette returned to host next.
Prison bars don't serve liquor, and it's always closing time in jail.
The episode credits Al Franken as a featured player, the first time since season 5, save for the season 11 finale. Franken's featured player credit would continue semi-regularly through 1995. The next episode, hosted by actor Matthew Modine,
Who am I kidding?
features a few fan favorites,
You're not soldiers! You look more like non-soldiers!
including the cold open where Phil Hartman plays a drill sergeant whose nicknames are less than effective.
What's your name? Sir, Bennett, sir! Not anymore, Bennett. From now on, your name is Mr. Smiling, laughing, joking around man.
The church lady uses the opportunity to put guest trash TV talk show host Morton Downey Jr. in his place.
You're on my show, and I am the church lady, and know what?
me. And you say another thing, Mr. Bughead. You cannot call me. No, you will not. No, I dominate you in every single way.
And Dukakis After Dark, essentially the curtain call for John Lovitz's Michael Dukakis impression, has the presidential candidate throwing a cocktail party acknowledging his inevitable defeat.
You were going to raise taxes, weren't you?
Through the roof.
The sketch is a veritable potpourri of political impressions, including Dana Carvey's Jimmy Carter.
The first is denial. I did win. I am the president.
And Phil Hartman's Ted Kennedy.
Watch this.
Actress Demi Moore hosts next.
And remember, I had a baby just 12 weeks ago.
An episode that features a 6-year-old Kirsten Dunst in the cold open as one of the child actors playing the grandchildren of Harvey's George Bush. This appearance of Dunst would come 14 years before we see her host. Bruce Willis, Demi Moore's husband at the time, joins in on the fun as we see him playing harmonica with the SNL band.
John Lithgow returns to host for the third time, once again reprising Master Thespian's nemesis, Baudelaire.
Ring, ring. Yes, acting. Again.
Up next, Danny DeVito is back for his 4th hosting gig.
Yahoo!
And he's so excited, he does his entrance twice.
I want to do it again. Can I do it again?
The episode has Hans and Franz receiving a visit from their cousin.
This is what you have to do, like this.
And Dana Carvey would debut his Buddy Precisely character.
Now, where might I have seen you lately?
Saturday Night Live.
New cast or original cast?
The arrogant restaurant Maître D', who informs the not-so-famous patrons to
Take it outside, take it outside.
Our next host is Oscar and Tony Award-winning actor Kevin Kline, who was honored to share the stage with a fellow Shakespearean actor.
What an honor. Don't be silly. The honor is mine.
The episode's cold open gives us our very first impression of Donald Trump, portrayed by Phil Hartman.
I went down to the lobby of our Trump Tower this morning and stood among all the brass and glitter and felt empty.
The talk show parody Plug Away provides a vehicle for several memorable impressions, including Dana Carvey's Jimmy Stewart.
This Christmas, my movie Harvey's coming out on videotape.
Phil Hartman's Jack Nicholson.
I've been working on the movie Batman. I'll be playing the part of the Joker in the motion picture.
Kevin Kline's Peter Allen, and John Lovitz playing host Harvey Fierstein.
I just wanna be loved. Is that so wrong?
This episode was dedicated to Roy Orbison, who had passed away earlier that week, and included a reprise of Orbison's song Crying from the season 12 finale.
Crying, crying, crying.
Actress Melanie Griffith would host the Christmas episode, gifting us our first Schiller's Reel since 1981, Love is a Dream, a sentimental romantic fantasy starring Phil Hartman and Jan Hooks.
Love is a dream, yet it's so real, hard to explain just how you feel.
Weekend Update would include a reading of The Night Before Christmas by Dennis Miller and Dennis Miller.
The stockings were hung by the chimney with care.
And I had just applied a nice dose of styling mousse to my luxuriant hair.
And during the goodnights, Don Johnson joins Melanie on stage. According to Dakota Johnson, during her SNL monologue in 2015.
Right after the show, my father got down on one knee and he proposed to her for the second time. And exactly 9 months later, I was born.
1989 begins with actor John Malkovich making his hosting debut.
I'm John Malkovich, and these are my own clothes.
It's Malkovich's unique dry wit that delivers another level of humor beyond the writing to this memorable episode.
A driftwood sculptor is an artist who works organic shapes of wood until they're smoother and darker and shinier.
And then that would be Ammon.
abstract art, right?
Exactly. When I look at a piece of driftwood, I don't just see a piece of driftwood. I see a squirrel's nest.
It's particularly notable that with this episode, we are introduced to a new featured player, 25-year-old Mike Myers from Toronto, a Second City alum and a founding member of the Comedy Store Players, an improvisational troupe based in London.
I would like to request a detachment of your guard to help find the transgressors.
You mock me.
Actor Tony Danza hosts the next episode, bypassing a standard monologue and going straight into one of his tap dancing routines. Weekend Update would bring us a report from Stuart Rankin, the show's first appearance of the cantankerous character of Mike Myers, offering commentary on all things Scottish.
Look at the Super Bowl! The 49ers call themselves the world champions! Well, they no played Scotland!
Later in the show, Danza recognizes Joe Montana, recently winning the Super Bowl against the Cincinnati Bengals. As a tribute,
We'd like to salute Joe Montana, comedian.
with a reprise of the Honest Man sketch from Montana's season 12 episode.
You won't disturb me. I'll be in my room masturbating.
Star of NBC's Cheers, Ted Danson, is our next host.
Governor Dukakis, do you need a ride home?
In his monologue, Danson tells the audience that he was surprised to learn the origin of SNL.
This very show is based on a popular comedy series in France.
The episode marks the debut of two classic Dana Carvey characters. First, at the Weekend Update desk is Carvey's George Michael impression.
It's a perfect circle. I know, I've measured it. It's geometrically perfect. It's so perfect that English scientists use it to calibrate their instruments with. So don't tell me it doesn't belong in some stupid Diet Coke ad.
Nobody is arguing that, George.
Look at it! Accept it! Look at it, Dennis! Look at my butt!
Followed later in the show with his grumpy old man character, premiering this first time in a sketch alongside John Lovitz.
In my day, we didn't have dental hygiene.
You betcha. We didn't take care of our teeth, and they fell out, and you liked it.
Future appearances would have the character convey his gripes on Weekend Update.
Hello, I'm Leslie Nielsen, liver spot sufferer.
Next, comedian Leslie Nielsen serves as host.
I'm relieving myself. Right now.
This episode includes appearances from supermodels Cheryl Tiegs, Beverly Johnson, and Kim Alexis. However, most notably, the episode introduces us to a groundbreaking cable access show from Aurora, Illinois.
Welcome to Wayne's World. I'm your excellent host, Wayne Campbell. With me, as always, is Garth.
You party on, Wayne.
All right, party on, Garth.
Despite its modest premiere as the last sketch of the night, Wayne's World would go on to be one of this era's staples, resulting in the production of two successful films. Tony and Emmy Award-winning actress Glenn Close would host the last show in February, which would include a special appearance by actor William Hurt.
I would place her in the top 4 or 5 actresses working today in film and stage in America. In her age group.
The episode features Hans and Franz marketing their video release.
Let's give her a little something to hold her over.
And we learn of Master Thespian's relationship with his leading lady.
But what about last night?
Acting!
But what about the
screaming. Projection!
Actress-producer Mary Tyler Moore hosts the first show of March.
Don't be afraid.
For the first time, the SNL logo is on display above the home base stage. A close-up shot of the logo would be the first establishing shot coming out of the opening montage, a practice that would continue through 1995. As a first-time host, Mary uses the opportunity to address some of the controversy surrounding the show.
A group representing the American family has urged that the show be boycotted because apparently the show did a comedy sketch some weeks ago in which they used a bad word 28 times.
The episode introduces us to another featured player, 23-year-old Ben Stiller from New York City, a filmmaker and son of comedian Jerry Stiller. Stiller previously appeared on the show in the Hustler of Money pre-tape that aired in season 12. And musical guest Elvis Costello performs for the first time since his infamous season 3 performance of Radio.
April Fool.
On April Fool's Day, the first live episode to be broadcast on April 1st, actor Mel Gibson would serve as host.
And now, another episode of Mel Gibson's Dream Gynecologist.
I hope you didn't have to wait too long. Come this way.
Oh, no, not at all, no.
The episode brings us the first Tales of Ribaldry, with John Lovitz playing the easily excitable Evelyn Quince. And Phil Hartman would debut his anal retentive Eugene.
You know, people try to tell you that the secret to pepper steak is the seasoning, but we know different, don't we? It's getting all the pieces the same size.
Next, singer-songwriter and actress Dolly Parton pulls double duty, serving both as host and musical guest.
Everything is just so artistic here. I mean, like for instance, this guy. I mean, in Hollywood, they would never even try a shot like that. But up here, I mean, the spirit is just hang the guy up by the boots and put a camera in his hand and see what he looks like. Well,
the launch of two memorable Mike Myers characters debut within the episode. Fearsome barbarian chieftain Lothar of the Hill People.
Many seek my knowledge, for I am wise. Join us, will you not? For I am Lothar of the Hill People.
And Dieter, the minimalist host of the West German talk show Sprockets.
Can I touch your widow's peak? It is most bizarre. Textures interest me. Do you want to touch my monkey?
And a sketch that had originally been intended for Raquel Welch way back in SNL's first season has Dolly Parton playing a prisoner on the planet of the enormous Hooters.
Look, her breasts are so small, they look like melons.
I hereby banish you to the planet Earth, where your undersized breasts will go unnoticed, and you may live the rest of your life in anonymity.
No, please reconsider.
Actress Gina Davis would host next, an episode that marks the end of the road for Ben Stiller after only 4 credited episodes.
I don't even deserve to be here.
Assuming that his hiring would give him the opportunity to produce short films for the show, he quickly learned that this was not the case. While having one of the shortest tenures of any cast member, this would not be the end of the relationship between Ben Stiller and Saturday Night Live. 4-time NHL Stanley Cup champion Wayne Gretzky would host the penultimate episode of the season.
I'm not an actor, I can't sing, and I can't dance.
Gretzky goes head-to-head with Wayne and Garth in a Wayne's World dream sequence. And the Great One shows off his singing chops in Waikiki Hockey.
Mona like a hickey means hockey. Mona like a wiki means love. A moonlit ice rink means romance. So my baby in the stars above. Kiki hockey, Waikiki hockey. Kiki hockey, Waikiki hockey.
On the day Steve Martin would host the season 14 finale, the cast and crew of Saturday Night Live had learned the news of Gilda Radner's death, who passed away from ovarian cancer at the age of 42. Fighting back tears in his monologue, Steve Martin pays tribute to his friend.
You know, I've been coming here to do Saturday Night Live since 1976, and the thing that keeps coming back to this, brings you back to the show is the people you get to work with. And I'd like to show you something we recorded on this stage in 1978. You know, when I look at that tape, I can't help but think how great she was and how young I look. Gilda, we miss you.
As the show goes to commercial, SNL bandleader G.E. Smith, wearing a black armband, plays K. Sarah Sarah for Gilda, his wife from 1980 to 1982. Aside from the touching tribute for Gilda Radner, the episode does deliver the debut of a Jack Handy classic.
Toonsis, the cat who could drive a car.
See, I told you he could drive.
Toonsis, look out!
We even get a look at the new Coneheads.
Where are you folks from?
France. Yeah, that's the ticket.
The episode marks Steve Martin's 11th time to host, making Martin the show's most frequent host, breaking the record previously held by Buck Henry. And with that, the 14th season of Saturday Night Live has come to a close.
Bye, everybody. Goodbye.
Season 14 of Saturday Night Live is considered to be one of the best seasons in the series. The cast displayed a real synergy.
They're good. Good people.
Fresh concepts and characters were introduced, and we welcomed some great new talent. The reinvigorated spirit of the show was clearly evident to fans, signaling a second golden era for the series.
We'll just see about that!
In September of 1989, the show would be recognized with the Emmy for Outstanding Writing for a Variety Series, its first since 1977. As the show reaches a historic milestone, a live special commemorating SNL's 15th anniversary will kick off season 15.
If you are enjoying this series, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media to see our posts on the sketches you need to watch from season 14.
Saturday Night Live season 14 is available now on Peacock. For all of us here at the Saturday Night Network, I'm John Schneider.
And I'm James Stevens. That's the news, and we are out of here.